Alrighty, you are taking the 7th grade Proportional Relationships Part 2 and Circles Unit Assessment, and we're going over question 8 now. It says a welcome sign at school is in front of the flagpole. How tall is the welcome sign? And this beautiful picture here already has everything labeled that I need. So I just need to set up my proportion and then solve it. Well, first, with my highlighter, I'm going to say, well, 12 is the height. And over here, x is the height. So those two guys are going to be corresponding. So I'm going to write 12 over x for my first proportion. Now on the other number, I see that 30 is the length and 12.5 are the length. That's how far it is from each sign to the end of the shadow. So, because I did 12 first, I did my big triangle or my big rectangle first, I need to do 30 first. And then I'm going to do 12.5. Now you also could have just done 12 over 30 and x over 12.5. You would get the same thing because 30 is across from x. Once I get here, now normally I always look to check, can I get there by doing something? Well, I know that 12 times 2 is 24 and 12 times 3 is 36. So there's not really a shortcut to this one. So I'm going to use my cross products. So I just multiply across. So I'm going to multiply 12 times 12.5. And I know that that equals 30 times x. So on the first side, I need to multiply 12 times 12.5, and I get 150. So this side equals 150. And then I didn't use this 30x yet. So now I have 30 times some number. And I know that this means times because there's nothing between the 30 and the x. Now I'm trying to get my x by itself. So the only thing to do is to divide because division is the opposite of multiplication. So divide by 30 here, divide by 30 here. Well, 30 divided by 30 equals 1, so it cancels each other out. So on this side, I'm left with x. Now over here, these both end in a 0. So if I divided by 10, I could knock those guys out. And now I just have 15 over 3. Now, in case you forgot, a fraction is a division problem. So every time I see a fraction, I think division. And remember, when you're dividing, your top goes in and your bottom goes out. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. So my answer is F, 5 feet.